Hi everyone, I'm Kestrel. I'm an executive creative director for social media, e-commerce, integrated marketing for the Greater China market. Today, I'm happy to be able to introduce you all some of the latest trends and best practices when it comes to data and how it is changing technology experiences in China. I hope you all enjoyed this sharing. Okay, so the title of my sharing today is How Data is Driving New Retail, Social Commerce, and fintech products in China. Okay, I'm going to show you how data, as a function of culture, innovation, and context, help drive successful innovations in e-commerce, social media, live streaming, VR, robotics in China. And you'll have the chance to see some of the latest case studies as well. Why are we talking about China today? It's actually quite simple. China is the economy that will recover the fastest from COVID-19 this year. China's annual growth for the last few years, even in 2019, was the size of Australia's GDP. The size of China's annual growth this year should still be around 3 to 6%. And that's why China still matters for marketeers who want to invest in their branding or sell their products in the world's second largest market. The key thing for you to understand why data is so important is that a pure digital marketing approach without understanding how data works is dangerous in China. China is home to 83% of the world's ad fraud. And just to give you a quick study, nearly a third of China's 2019 ad traffic is found to be invalid. And that's just for the digital media. The other thing why we want to mention about data is that data works hand in hand with offline experiences. O2O, online to offline, or offline to online, is increasingly the key major trend in China and in the rest of the world today. The key thing for you all to take note is that for many brands selling to China, they start from online marketing, be it social media, be it e-commerce. And when they do well in establishing word of mouth advocacy among their first customers, they will look at investing in retail stores or distributorships later. So this is how data actually helps inform brand marketers in this online to offline launch approach into China. Because this is a webinar and this is also a form of live streaming, I'm going to talk to you all about four latest channel insights. And how does these insights, how do they work? Well, the key thing for you to take note is data is the result of multi-channel engagement, and it is modifying behavior and consumer application for channels in China, such as live streaming, e-commerce, AI, and VR, as well as WeChat mini program or commerce. Why is data so important now for any marketeers in China? Is the reason because there is no such thing as a marketing funnel. There's simply too many platforms, too many apps in China for anyone to be able to know when their customers are getting information and where they are willing to buy. This is a problem created by brands chasing too many channels and trying to join them up together. They are flooded with customer data. They don't have a single customer view, and more touch points simply means more service and marketing support. So this is a problem that brand marketers have actually created for themselves. Okay, so let's talk about the first channel insight, and that is actually about live streaming. Live streaming is an outgrowth of influencer marketing in China. Influencer marketing comes in another phrase called internet word of mouth, or IWOM. It is key to brand building in China because in the West, people follow brands. But in China, people follow people who follow brands. And live streaming, as an evolution of influencer engagement, is increasingly determined by a mix of social and sales data. In 2019, Kantar's China research revealed that 60% of Chinese KOLs do not influence sales. Their success in live streaming sales is even worse, outside of some well-known Taobao live streamers like Via and Li Jiaqi. The key thing for you all to take note is that live streaming is definitely taking off in China in a big way last year, even more so this year because of COVID-19. But driving sales is not its key attribute. And to be very honest, influencer-driven live streaming channels is becoming less credible and authentic. For example, Microsoft recruited the famous Twitch gaming streamer Ninja for its Mixer live streaming platform. By the end, they gave up the platform to work with Facebook Live Gaming. The key thing for you to take note is that influencers' reach does not equal to live streaming engagement or sales. So pure sales social data will need to be reconciled with actual traffic engagement and conversion for you to make sure that your live streaming works. The key channel insight about live streaming in China is that you have to take note, you have to pick the right platforms that's driven by communities, not solo or individual influencers. The key thing is that from my social listening, I see far greater engagement and conversion to sales in community-driven live streaming channels like Douyin or TikTok overseas and Bilibili. This will remain the case as the lack of credibility or authenticity for influencers in the live streaming space becomes an ever-growing problem. For example, Shenzhen Fashion Week happened during sometime in April, during the height of the COVID-19, and they decided to take this event virtual, relying on its fan base in Douyin. So 70 brands took place in this virtual event, which was broadcasted from a video portal of Douyin. And there were more than 400 million daily active users. Besides actual live streams from the brand itself, fans also contributed other live streams. And this convergence of multiple live streams as part of community actually made the brand one of the most successful virtual fashion event of this year in China. Bilibili is something of a popular culture platform where people live stream their interest in manga, comics, virtual characters. And this is increasingly driving merchandising sales, as well as sales in toys and games. This is a very authentic space where influencers share their beliefs and passion, and the follow-up content from their fans are just as authentic and engaging. Okay, let's talk about the second channel that I want to talk to you about a very clear insight, and that is e-commerce marketing. E-commerce marketing is increasingly relying on Alibaba's data analysis. Alibaba has the best database in China because they don't just aggregate e-commerce sales, they also aggregate the data that they collect from the Alipay mobile payment gateway, which is one of the most popular mobile payment app in China. So for the 2019 Singles Day campaign, Alibaba used a very interesting insights from its data, which identified that Chinese consumers increasingly are saving up for Singles Day to buy items that can fulfill their bucket list or aspirational wishes. That's why last year's campaign was Every Single Wish Counts. Let me show you a quick video based on this insight, which fronted this campaign.
我有一个愿望，
给我一副耳机，我就重走一次青春。
给我一支口红，我就给你一点颜色；给我一罐猫粮，我就成为一个猫王；
给我一杯牛奶，我就喂出一个冠军；给我一张吊床，我就梦游一次仙境；
给我一瓶好酒，我就把老爸喝成一个哥们儿。
Okay, the insight was very clear. If I get this product, I'm able to do something with my life, be it having a beer with my father in an outdoor location. So this is how data insights is influencing e-commerce marketing in China. The third one is that we want to mention very clearly that social listening data can lead to the design of unique VR, AI, and live streaming experiences. Let me show you a quick video case study on how my agency was able to do this last year. Um, we were supposed to launch Iconic, which is not a very well-known electric car brand in China. Hardly anyone knows about it. But we had to launch it during the time of the Shanghai Auto Show in April 2019, where there is thousands of auto brands showing their latest cars, including 300 electric vehicle brands by itself. So for us, this was a huge challenge because we don't even have information about the new car that will just arrive 2 days before the event. So this is what we did. Through social listening data, we found a few hardcore fans for Iconic in China. One of them was Zhang Xiao, who is also Google's leading VR artist using Google Toothbrush. He's passionate about Iconic brand because it feels that it integrates his love of science and art when it comes to creating the future of mobility. So we engage him as a VR artist to paint, based on interviews with Iconic, what their latest car is about in terms of technology and their futurescape. So he created this innovative one in a lifetime VR art. And we, instead of keeping it a secret, we leaked it out in the few weeks before the Shanghai Auto event to create interest in Iconic. So through behind the scene videos, cleverly leaked out as leaked videos, we created interest in what this Iconic electric vehicle brand wanted to do at the Shanghai Auto Show. His teaser contents created a lot of social media buzz, which we also aggregated as data for machine learning to create a wall LED chatbot to greet people when they come out at the booth and to answer basic questions about Iconic that people normally ask on social media. The artist also recreated his art on site for the media guests to experience it and to even download the 3D experience into their phone. And this really also helped drive live streaming. We got more than 24 million views, 16 million social media reads, as well as over 8 million hashtag click-through engagement. And this is how all due to the possibilities created from social listening data. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention is that it's not just social data. Your sales data also tells us a lot of interesting insights. For example, you have Singles Day on November, you have June 18 on June as China's 2 major e-commerce festival. But what do you do in the rest of the 10 months? That's where analyzing your sales and social data helps create more off-peak marketing opportunities. So one such opportunity which we identified for Starbucks China in my past agency was May the 20th, which was previously not utilized by Starbucks in China. We told them upfront that May 20th is a it's a less well-known Valentine's Day, where people have less opportunities to actually say I love you to their loved ones or even a crush. So if they're too shy to do it, why not let Starbucks do it for you? And this is what we did. key data insights that we actually saw is that people who are most into May the 20th are mostly your undergraduates and office workers. And buying coffee at Starbucks is one of their big daily ritual every day. So why not we allow our customers to send an e-commerce discount coupon via a WeChat mini program to their loved one or someone they have a crush. And the only way they can unlock this heart-shaped discount coupon to see the message inside is to spend the discount coupon at the offline Starbucks store. This campaign was very successful and is one of China's earliest new retail WeChat mini program campaign. Okay, I've shared with you all 4 channel insights. Let me give you 3 takeaway learnings. In China, data will always be a part of creative or technology solution. Data will always be highly influenced by timing or social currency, culture, or location, which is also a form of destination commerce. The key thing that I want to advise brand marketers is that it's time for you to start moving away from channels or trying to catch up with technology, because you can't. Consumer behavior is changing too quickly and technology is growing too fast for brands to catch up. I'll just give you one quick example on this slide. It took 15 years for Nokia feature phones to actually reach 100 million users from launch in China. Right now, a popular app in China takes about 13 months to reach 100 million users in China. There's no way you can catch up with this kind of technology changes. The other thing that I need you all to take note is that, do you all even know who you're talking to? Choosing channels without knowing who they are reaching out and whether they are relevant to your brand is a mistake. You should use data sets to identify new community clusters suitable for a brand in China. We call this social circle thinking or 圈层法. 圈住 is a phrase made popular by Alibaba itself, and they are an expert at creating consumer clusters most suitable for brands or certain products. In China and in much of the world, we are entering a 2 entrenched age groups that is a new form of class structure. And this class structure is defined by social circles. The young people who associate with kindred spirits, they join social groups, social circles on social media. And people like me, relatively old but still young at heart, we also have our own social circles with our group of friends. This is how class structure works. Class is a matter of social circles these days. So this slide actually shows how this social circles of 圈层法 actually is creating new social commerce models in China. This is a very quick infographics flow of how a Groupon clone in China actually works. Pinduoduo. It shows you both the B2B and B2C angle, but please take note that the key customers is also a key influencer and reseller for this group. So for us, as a brand marketer, please bear in mind that the type of data sets you're looking for should be determined either based on timing, culture, and location. Because these 3 types of data sets will help you create new rituals for your consumer to adopt, and this will help drive your brand marketing better than any other paid media approach. Let me give you one example. First, location-based data is driving social and search innovations in China. I give you one example. Douyin or TikTok in China took off early in 2018 because of this collaboration with this hot pot or steamboat restaurant called Haidilao. Okay? The engagement was very simple. You can bring your own ingredients or cook your own style at this steamboat restaurant itself. You should shoot a video, share it on Douyin, and this was a very fun approach which actually got 34,000 consumers to do their own DIY short videos and live streaming. Okay, the hashtag Douyin Haidilao or TikTok Haidilao drove a lot of free search engagements on the Baidu search engine, close to 3 million worth of content, and this is how the campaign took off. Okay, location-based data are also driven mobile and fintech innovations in China. I'm going to play you all this case study from Huaxia Bank that leverages on location-based data of China's popular newsreader app Toutiao to create a unique set of virtual credit cards for its readers based on the location they are most familiar with or most attached to.
我们还需要一张新的信用卡吗？为了吸引大众开卡，过多的信用卡为了联名而联名。如何在千篇一律的营销套路中找到信用卡与消费者之间的关联，是华夏银行的当务之急。今日头条深度洞察华夏银行特有的品牌价值。故宫、宽窄巷子、东方明珠、秦淮河，这些都是华夏大地留给我们的永恒财富，也是我们心中恒久给养的不老风景。如果能将5000年华夏文明铭刻于不同的生活梦想，扎根每个人的生活日常，那么华夏将无处不充溢着生命。依托头条数据技术，挖掘备受关注的10座华夏之城标签，推出一城一卡、一卡一情怀的大数据联名卡。从印城卡为原点，让每一次接触都能浮现一幅华夏的盛景，缔造一场以城为名的信用卡品牌感知重塑，创造性的开启了华夏印城卡的信用卡营销新格局。与数亿年轻用户通过今日头条征文、微头条、超级话题 H5一起育城育自己。此卡一发就以超高曝光和阅读量引发讨论狂潮，申请办卡人数持续攀升，短期申请量远超金融行业平均水平。成功的印城 IP 以高投入产出比和获客质量受到银联信用卡办卡组织双重褒奖，有效提升华夏银行的信用卡市场占有率。这场以城为名的合作，深度建立华夏银行信用卡中心与每位大地之子的情感链接，而他们的故事还在继续。
Okay. So that's location-based data and how it identifies new marketing opportunities in the digital and mobile space, as well as driving new products in fintech. So for our second takeaway is based on how time-driven data sets can create new marketing occasions for brands as well. Here, I'm going to use another example from my past agency's work for Starbucks China in 2018. We identified a key social occasion which Starbucks have not leveraged on, and that is the high school exam period. Okay, from our social listening insights, we identified that students, after camping in university libraries, their homes, the day before the exam, they normally go to Starbucks for coffee and to catch up with friends. So to engage them and to give them some surprise cheer, Starbucks actually worked with Alipay to create an innovative AR experience. Okay, the hand sign for calling, as well as 6 in China, also is a form of giving encouragement to friends. So what we want to do is that when people use Alipay to pay for the Starbucks coffee on that day, they are invited to scan the hand sign using the AR scanner within the Alipay app. The moment they do, they will see an interesting Starbucks AR animation, which is also a form of an e-commerce discount code, which Starbucks is giving to their customers to wish them good luck for the exam, and for them to share with their friends to give them more positive energy as well. Let me show you the video. I'm going to share my last data channel takeaway for you all today, and it is about the use of culture-specific data insights to create new destination commerce or social commerce. Okay, from social listening, we realize that most people don't spend their time looking at the brand's social media platforms. Most of the time, it's on our friends' social circles or social update feed. So how do we turn that into an interesting advantage? I'm going to present to you one of the best case study from China in 2018-2019. It's done by another agency from Accenture Interactive called KFC Pocket Store Franchise. Thank you all for your time.